Libra, my darlings, welcome in. My name is Millie. This is the Ghost Bride Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Now, the way we're going to run through your message, my darlings, is we're going to read through all these channel messages that my spirit team and I have pulled through, and then we will move into tarot and oracle. Now, coming into your energy, Libra, there's a little bit of going on. So I will ask for your patience as I move through these messages because they're a little bit all over the shop and a little bit frustrating. You seem to be at this point in time, my darlings, like under a lot of pressure, really having a lot of responsibilities, really feeling like things are potentially like, I'm hearing all on your back. I'm seeing the strength card here now as well. Okay, so, all right, I'm a little bit frustrated because this is my new coffee table and it's a bit higher than normal. So I'm having a bit of a moment with that. So I apologize. I'm getting a lot of stuff around confusion and frustration in the home and hearth and something around scissors. Yeah, so you might be like getting rid of things at the moment. I'm hearing refurnishing. Obviously that's happening over here as well. I've got a lot of stuff around you feeling like maybe there's like a lack of support or a lack of understanding. Also, I'm getting stuff around like a drained battery, and this could also be connected to your car. I'm getting something around like something from 6 months ago is being reflected now like that, and that's very much connected to the scissors. I am seeing this feeling of like being stalled, being frustrated, really feeling like there's so much to do that maybe you're even struggling to get to the things that are really important to you. Spirit's saying that for some of you, there's been like a bit of a delay, and they're very clearly saying here, you've been held back for a divine purpose. Like there is something about these interruptions, these pivot points. I'm even seeing like Spirit's showing me now like a highway, and like you've got your destination in sight, and then suddenly you have to take the tourist route and like make stops along the way, but you're still headed to the same direction is what Spirit's saying. There is this feeling of like shifting, like things shifting externally, like, and you really like making these big changes. Yeah. I'm also getting a sharp turn and divine intervention. I'm also seeing the Six of Swords with this. And what Spirit was saying to me is that you're clearing space, or they're repositioning you for deeper connections and further understanding. Yeah. So really trusting in, you know, your path. Spirit saying walk by faith, not by sight. Okay. Okay. Spirit's also saying stuff about like, where am I going to go now? There's this feeling of like not really being sure where you're headed at this point in time. And this can be in terms of, you know, your personal life, your career, your relationships, whatever it is. It does seem like there's a lot of pressure on you at the moment. There's a lot of confusion and frustration within the space. It does seem like maybe you're like mid-journey. That's kind of how it's like, it's giving me the vibe of the Six of Swords, like you've left one place and you're on the water. You've not yet reached your destination is how they're giving it to me. And they're now leading me to like this smooth momentum in the flow state. So if you're still in this like really chaotic, choppy kind of water energy, it does feel like this smooth momentum is, you're going to find that. Yeah, Spirit's now saying like distant shores. And there is something about like breathlessness as well. All right. Other random channel messages that I got for you guys. I've got something about HBO series and like Prime. Also stuff around a gold frame. Also, I'm hearing many mirrors. Spirit's also talking about okay, now they're leading me to, you know, those, I don't know if they're scary or whatever, but I think they're called like the fun house where there's like all those mirrors. And then I was getting that Pink song. I think it's called Fun House. I don't really know. I'm also hearing something about a jaguar, and I'm hearing something about a ring light, or specifically I was hearing halo. And they are leading me to like video games now. All right, something about sunflowers and seeds could be coming up for you guys this month. Also, I'm seeing you guys making a lot of lists and taking a lot of notes. Spirit's also saying journaling is probably a really good move for you guys that are really feeling like overwhelmed, stressed, all the rest of it, to really kind of express yourself in some ways. Gonna kind of, I'm hearing get it off your chest, actually. Now they're leading me back to that like on your back thing. And there's a heaviness here within this space. I almost want to light an incense. Okay, so there is this feeling of like maybe having too much going on, maybe being pulled in too many different directions. I do just want to sit with this for a minute, Libra, and just honor this for you guys, because it is a little bit... Maybe it's the sharpness of the turn, like maybe it's the swiftness that's causing you a little bit of distress at this point in time. I am feeling this sense of like it's overwhelming weight. That's what it feels like. It feels like yeah, it's a weird energy. All right, my darlings, let's try and move through this for you guys. Okay, so we've got like, yeah, with your messages being kind of all over the shop, I was getting these really heavy, really intense messages, yeah. And then I was getting all this stuff about like clearing space, yeah, and we got this a few times for you guys. So the clearing space and the release with which that has to occur is how spirits... Now they're saying to me, like, now they're showing me someone like really gripping something and like it kind of getting dragged out of their hands, or like that gentle release. And that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. Like on one hand, you really want to grip something, and then on the other hand, you're trying to release it. I'm hearing with love, but like in a loving and gentle way. Like there is this clash, so to speak. All right, I was also getting stuff around initiation and orientation. So I'm seeing you guys like stepping into something that's new, like being... Spirit saying being initiated, but I'm seeing it more as like an invitation is how it's coming through. I'm now seeing like large, really large wooden doors being opened, double doors. All right, I'm hearing something around the golden ratio. I'm also hearing stuff around precognitive abilities. Spirit's also saying to me that, like, I've very specifically heard just do it, and like the Nike slogan. There could be something around Nike. I mean, I'm seeing like joggers, like shoes, sneakers. They were saying go time, but then they were also saying like something that you're doing endures the test of time, and like very specifically endures the test of time. They're now leading me to definitive proof. I specifically heard that, and then I was hearing energetic imprint, and then something about DNA activation, and now I'm hearing strands. I'm now hearing the magpie spirit saying warbling, but the sound that a magpie makes, and then they're leading me to the sound of a raven as well. I'm not sure, do you guys have magpies in your countries? Definitely let me know in the comments, because like I don't want to Google that, but I am interested about that. Okay, so I am hearing a lot of bird song actually. And it's almost, you know, like now it's giving me the vibe that like the birds are speaking to you. And you're very easily accepting and understanding and like comprehending spirit saying what they're saying to you. All right, spirit's also saying something around ink analysis, and then they also said bone analysis. So that could be coming through. Now I'm hearing ancestry. I do feel like you guys are really going to come into a state of like much more peace and more, like more of that flow state, that smooth momentum, like maybe even like early on in the month, whenever you come across this. All my readings are timeless, but your energy when I came into the reading was like, you know, I almost stopped the video a few times, but as I'm sitting in your energy and we've kind of got past that, you know, up and down kind of energy that we were seeing in the beginning, there is a real sense of peace that's kind of coming over me at this point in time, which is really nice. Spirit's now leading me to, I was hearing the saying ahead of your time. Yeah. And that does lead me back to that endures the test of time message that you guys got. Now, your biggest and like double underlined message here is perfect timing. Yeah, so if you're really feeling like things aren't 100% clear to you at this point in time, or like if there's something that you want to do and you're like sitting right on the fence of that, they are saying like proceed is what I'm specifically hearing, proceed. They're saying proceed with faith. That's what they're saying to me. The courage of faith, courage cultivated by faith. All right, what they're also saying is that you're becoming more adept at something. Yeah, you're cultivating new skill sets, and those skill sets are becoming, Spirit saying, entrained. What else? All right, there's a lot of stuff here around like authenticity is key and truth being a frequency. I'm also getting stuff about spiritual messages that clearly answer your question. Yeah, and these things coming to you very easily through television shows, movies, music, tarot readings that you watch, whatever it may be. Like the answers are kind of like finding their way to you quite organically. And Spirit saying like it's becoming easier for you guys to like process, understand, comprehend is again coming through. So yeah, beautiful vibe towards the end of your channeled messages, Libra, and I'm super excited to get into your tarot. But for those of you that are really still in that state of like confusion and frustration, particularly those of you that are like overburdened, you know, by whatever's happening around you or within you at this point in time, like really being really gentle with yourself at this stage, because again, they're showing me like you've left one island and you're now on the water, and like you're in transit is what they're saying to me. So yeah, there's a transformation that's like underway is how Spirit's presenting this to me. And so there's no real rush in your energy as opposed to particularly how it felt coming in. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a few of my other readings that Spirit has put as like connected to this. So if you feel like watching them, there's one called Spiritual Slingshot, and that's a Cancer reading. And then there's the Taurus reading, Ask and You Shall Receive. So both of them were highlighted here. And I've also got some names for you guys. So I got Mandy, Russell, Robert, Gregory, Corinne, Elizabeth, and Grace. And I think that's all of your channel messages. Okay, cool. All right, done. Okay, my darlings, let's move into your tarot and oracle portion now. We're just going to freestyle it and just see what comes through. Yeah, we've got heaps of time, so let's see what we're going to do. So we'll start with the Time Traveler's Oracle, because it does feel like, yeah, Spirit's pointing out the Strength card to me again. Right, so that's what we're going to use for you guys to begin. All right, show me Libra, please, Spirit. For those of you that have just joined us for the tarot portion, my name's Millie. Thanks for joining us. This is the Ghost Bride Tarot. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Maybe just one. Activation. Right, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, this is that initiation, orientation kind of energy coming through where it's like, and there's courage at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Spirit, thank you. I am getting this sense of like maybe you've learned or acquired something or even been given the responsibility of something recently. And there is this kind of frustration of like, well, now what do I do with it? Like, that's kind of how it's coming through. That could also be this sense. I'm also hearing intimidation. It does feel like for most of you, the activation has already occurred. Yeah, like there's already been this big shift. Yeah, it's well underway is what Spirit's saying to me. Like, and they're bringing me back to that other analogy from the beginning where like you've left the shore, yeah, but you've not yet. Maybe some of you can't even see the new, Spirit's saying new lands. There is this sense of like a little bit of helplessness, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of like really needing to walk by faith and have courage, cultivate courage. They keep saying cultivate courage. And now I'm getting this like take a moment, give yourself a moment, make yourself a cup of coffee, like try and chill out with this new Spirit saying acquisition. So it's whether it's knowledge or like responsibility or whatever it is that you've gained or acquired. Yeah, give yourself a minute with that is how it's presented. Okay, let's move into some tarot for Libra. Show me Libra Collective. What do they need to see here? Show me Libra, please. Okay, what I'm getting with this is that whatever's been activated, whatever's come to you, yeah, whatever you've gained, acquired, they keep saying acquired, yeah, whatever it is that you've acquired here, it sits really well within the heart space. Like you feel a sense of peace within this, yeah, you feel a sense of like an ability to carry it. And this is again leading me back to eternal messages with like a lot of responsibilities and a lot of burdens and things like that. This is showing me like a quiet sense of grace through the acceptance of that. And for some of you, this is something completely brand new, and yet it sits well within the heart space. In saying that, it does create a huge shift. It does. There is a transformation where like something, Spirit saying something is no longer. I'm hearing can never be. And like I didn't want to say that, but that is what I heard. I think what's maybe the challenge at this point in time, I'm hearing it's tricky business. There's something about like navigating other people throughout this. That's what they're giving me. And like again, feeling like there's there is a lot of tension within the external from what I can see. And it's interesting because it's a complete contrast to what I'm seeing happening internally for you at this point in time. Like internally, you feel really solid, really stable, really quite happy even with like whatever it is that you've acquired. Yeah. And for some of you, it's like deeper levels of like consciousness, like you feel like you're starting to know yourself on a deeper level, on a more intimate level. You've maybe even like activated like higher levels of your heart chakra to the point where it feels like there's now this, it's a real free energy within the heart space. And then interestingly enough, externally, I see you kind of spirit saying like dodging bullets and like, you know, in the most spiritual sense that I can convey this message, it does feel like, and now I'm seeing Neo in the Matrix. Like you might be really having to, spirit saying, to configure things in a way that really was surprising and shocking to you, or maybe even like kind of goes against what you would like to do or what you would like to see as a result of this. Like there is this really uncomfortable energy in the external that's telling me that it's come from this shift, right? So this could also be, okay, now I'm seeing it as like you've created some kind of peace, you've created some kind of harmony within the heart space. And then with that clarity that comes from that space and, you know, filters up and down, there is this energy that's telling me that now you can see things that protect as shadows. Excuse me, Libra. All right, I am seeing you maybe being like taken by surprise by it is more like the reaction or the response or like the path that you may have to take as well. That could also be a part of this. And there is this feeling of, I'm kind of, see, this is leading me right back to the channel messages, yeah, where it's like maybe not really knowing which way to go, maybe even feeling like you're tiptoeing to a degree. Spirit saying with a full, strong sense of conviction though in the pathway. And again, they're showing me that destination, like you see your destination, but it's like how you're going to get there is kind of how the energy is presenting here. And for a lot of you, like it is causing some kind of mental distress, mental concern. Like I see you really trying to like navigate this from the mind space, and having that clarity within the heart space as the driving force is how Spirit's showing it, which is nice, because I was going to say be careful of, you know, being too much up in the head, but it does seem you're trying to like, Spirit's now saying like minimize harm. This is 100% like you trying to navigate external energies around this. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that with this strong sense of conviction, that maybe even like, now I'm hearing like for some of you, it's like it's a simple matter of like a conflict of interest for some of you. For others of you, this is like something that's going to impact or affect. I'm even hearing influence other people in some way that really is kind of causing you a bit of grief. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing you not really know which way to go. Like you don't want to step on anyone else's toes. There's definitely this weird energy around, I'm seeing barriers. I'm seeing hurdles, and I'm seeing like athletics, like a runner, fast runner. So you'll cycle through this quite quickly from what I can feel, Libra. It's definitely sticky, icky energy. Like I don't want to shy away from that. I'm here supporting you guys with all of my love through this, but I really want you to try and remember, Spirit's saying to me, like, remember the force behind this. Remember your reason why. Remember, Spirit saying that your pathway needs to be cleared before you worry about anyone else's pathway. Show me the advice around this, please. I am seeing like this Phoenix rising kind of energy. I am seeing like Yeah, see, with the Star and the Three of Cups, like maybe a surprising sense of, I'm hearing the word camaraderie, but a surprising sense of things falling back into place, maybe even after. I honestly, you know what I honestly think is happening for you guys, Libra, with this clearing space thing. I don't want to shy away from it. It does feel like you're having to navigate different relationships or like alter relationships around you, like in order to find more harmony, in order to, Spirit saying to have that balance of what's happening internally, you know, then reflected externally for you guys. What I'm saying is that while you're trying to find a sense of peace, you're trying to find even a way to, I'm hearing like agree to disagree with whatever's happening here. And then bringing me back to that conflict of interest thing, yeah, where it does seem like it is going to kind of, Spirit saying like ruffle a few feathers. That is something that's in this energy. Yeah, I don't want to lie about that. It definitely feels like that's probably why you're in this kind of frame of mind where you're feeling like Spirit's saying it's like, well, where am I going and what am I doing? That's how this energy comes through. Yeah, and this is you in that boat in transit. Yeah, this is you in transit. Yeah. You may feel like you're even headed towards further restriction, which is super weird. From what I can see, it's because you don't want to ruffle feathers. You don't want to create a problem. You don't want to like destabilize somebody else. Okay, the advice around this in my personal advice, but also what I'm getting from the cards and spirit is, if your heart space is in the right place, then you know proceed in whatever fashion feels appropriate for you. But definitely like to follow the calling of your soul. Yeah, take the appropriate actions that you feel are necessary for your evolution, your personal evolution. You know, and irregardless of whether or not it upsets or you know ruffles feathers, which is a really nice way to put it, but it will bring you into further alignment with like your people. Yeah, and it does feel like if you have to walk away from relationships, people, places, things, whatever this is here that you're trying to, like, some of you trying to avoid it completely, yeah, with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords, like you maybe don't want to do it, you don't want to look at it, you just want to like, yeah, shut it out completely. It will keep re-emerging. Yeah, and then bringing me back to that message from the channel messages about like something from 6 months ago now re-emerging for that mirroring effect. Yeah, what I am saying is that this will bring you into a state of, you know, not only further healing and harmony, yeah, but it's Spirit saying it's a sense of belonging. And now I'm seeing that support that you were lacking in the channel messages come through there with the Three of Cups. Spirit saying support and also recognition. They're also saying to not shy away from like how difficult the transition period is. Yeah, how difficult it is to feel like you don't really know what it is. Maybe some of you are feeling like you don't even know what it is that you've got yourself into. Like that is kind of how this is coming through, yeah. But like you've got the courage here. Yeah, and like although this is rocky seas, that is a sturdy boat. You're not alone in that boat either. They're bringing me back to the coffee. I don't know why, but there's something about coffee as well. For some of you, it's that like you're leaving things behind that you don't feel were completely finished or had been like, Spirit saying like lived out to their full potential. Like there's something like that. Like there's this, there's this hesitancy within your energy from what I can see, and it does feel like it completely comes from, you know, external factors is how I'm seeing this, or even like projections of external factors. Show me what Libra needs to see here, please, Spirit. See, this is going to bring you to further. It's new environments, new friends, like new opportunities. I'm definitely seeing like spirits now even, they're saying to me like new pastures, like I'm seeing like a field of, like a foreign field, like that freaking boat message. Okay, so now I'm seeing you landed, yeah, and there's like surprise and awe and wonder at the abundance on the other island. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of wildflowers. I'm seeing like different animals to what you're used to. I'm now seeing a lot of baby, and it feels like springtime. And like I'm hearing stuff about like the roots in the soil and this is the transformation card. Libra, my darlings, have the courage that whatever it is that you're undertaking here, whatever it is that you've acquired here, Spirit saying whatever is your precious cargo or your driving force or whatever it is that they're referring to here, yeah, trust that this activation, this transformation, and all of your courage and all of your hard work that you've put into this is absolutely not only going to pay off, but like these greener pastures are going to be, Spirit saying fruitful, abundant, but it's more than that. It's like what they offer you is how Spirit's presenting it. It's like you see it's a land of potential. Trust that, you know, your higher self has had a hand in this. Trust that, you know, there is divine design at play and there are no wrong avenues. Yeah, like life is a miracle and each step that you take is miraculous and will be a blessing or a lesson or both or whatever, you know, it needs to be. Spirit saying also like stable ground. Like I'm seeing a footstep that's very self-assured is what I'm getting. All right, let's close out for you guys. I'm getting the dream temples in Greece come through, which is just lush energy for you guys, yeah. And we will close out. I'm hearing about the golden ratio again. We'll close out with this deck for you guys. Something as well about new keys. Yeah, explore your life's journey, and something about like a key, like specifically a new key or like a really special key for some reason. Show me what Libra needs to see, please, Spirit. Coming apart and flying. And I'm seeing the sad embrace and the strength. One more for Libra, please, Spirit. One ring circus. See, for a lot of you, you're still in this state of like, okay, before I address that, okay, for a lot of you, it does feel like Spirit saying like you feel like you're on a merry-go-round, but it's one that's like a little bit out of control. Like that is kind of how it's coming through. Like I'm hearing like a rogue ride. That's actually what I'm hearing. Right? So for some of you, you're still in this state of like, feeling like even, what is that? It's that on your back, like held down kind of energy. Like for some of you, that's where this is really like, it does honestly feel like whatever's been gained here, whatever you've acquired, it did kind of break you down to build you back up. That is kind of what I'm getting. Yeah, with this activation, it was Spirit saying like life-changing for most of you, yeah? And there is a sense of freedom that comes with that. There is a sense of like wanting to like be excited and to celebrate and to embrace, and Spirit keeps saying the word entrain to that, yeah? Like to integrate that and to bring it to, you know, the external. And yet there does seem to be like things that are like upsetting and confusing and sad and really requiring a lot of courage to get through at this point in time. So trust in your ability to not only like, Spirit keeps saying cultivate the courage, but like to walk by faith, not by sight. Like whatever it is that sits so well within the heart space, it's been accepted, it feels harmonious, like there's this sense of like flow state within the heart space. Yeah, externally it does feel like, you know, you might be feeling very restricted, very confined. Yeah, what I do see coming for you guys is that this activation, this transformation, for a lot of you, it's in process, it's in transit, yeah, which is probably why, you know, we've had to jump to do your reading today, because I wasn't actually going to do your reading and the Spirit was like Libra. So there is this sense of, it's the imbalance that you're freaking out about, yeah. What I'm seeing come through here is that this is actually elevating you. This is elevating you to the point that you will start to see the bigger picture. You will start to understand that this wave was, yes, a really big one, and it can be a really scary ride at certain points, but it's like they keep saying once you reach the shore. That's what this is. It's all about the fact that you're in transit. You've not yet reached the new destination. And that's where this fear is coming through. Look, the gentle gardener. This is what you're stepping into. This is that new land. This is those wildflowers. These are those baby bunnies. Like, and I'm seeing like elementals. I'm seeing fairies. I'm seeing grandmothers. I'm seeing like a lot of spiritual support around you at this point in time. Spirit saying guiding you through this transformation. Spirit's also saying helping you to comprehend the activation. Okay, so the power of prayer can come into play in support of this as well, you guys. Like slow and steady. Yeah, taking your time through this, but really like trusting that whatever it is that's kind of, you know, made you leave the other land and, you know, get in a boat to wherever you're going. Trust that. Trust in that. What I'm also seeing here for you guys, Libra, is this, like, it's developing more of a sense of self. That's definitely coming through here. I'm definitely seeing you as you're cultivating this courage, as you're cultivating this strength, feeling more determined because you actually have deeper levels of understanding of who you are and how you want to maneuver through the world, what you've got to offer the world as well. And you're quite peaceful in that sense. Like, that's what I think is like the steadiest thing here through this. It's like whatever you've acquired, maybe it's even just like having acquired that sense of peace within yourself, so that like whatever's happening externally to you, like it's just not gonna, Spirit saying it's not gonna knock you off your horse, but like it's really not, like you don't seem to end the month in this like confused, frightened, uncertain energy. You seem to end the month with like this deep sense of self-assurance, this deep sense of like everything, the Spirit saying like everything happens for a reason, but like you have an understanding of that, a comprehension of that. And I am again seeing the Phoenix rising. What else does Libra need to know, Spirit? Wide open. Yeah, I'm seeing A card from another deck now, the Vast Vistas from the Time Travelers Oracle. Yeah, it does feel like, yes, you're stepping into new lands, but this is gonna, Spirit's bringing me back to the land of opportunity. All right, my darlings, I'm super excited about this for you. Let me know how that resonates in the comments. I apologize, it's been a hot minute since I was here. Spirit's also pointing me to geese. Oh yeah, and this. Unexpected visitors. I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of visitors this month, or like there's been a lot of interruptions, or like there is things that are unexpected that are coming through, and it may be coming through with like a sense of overcommitment, a feeling of like maybe having, Spirit is bringing back all those channeled messages about like being overburdened, being pulled in too many different places at once. Yeah, trust in the one ring circus. Yeah, trust in your ability to like navigate that as well. And I am getting like this is going to move very quickly for you guys, very quickly. And we were getting all that bird song, and like this is the fastest bird. Yeah. All right, anything else that they need to see, Spirit? Do I want to? All right, I might just pull one message from the ancestor, the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle for you guys, and then we'll read the message from the book. All right, just one card for Libra, please, Spirit. They want a good shuffle. One card for Libra, please. Altar of Fire, good juju. All right, hang on a second. All right, so there, let's do that. The Altar of Fire, good juju. Be inspired. There is something in the air, and it is your success. Great things are happening. Open yourself to opportunities and unexpected choices. Claim your moment. Embrace the rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. This is not the time to tiptoe. Be big, be bold. You are manifesting wonderful outcomes, but you must take creative action to let it all in. Be ready to expand and evolve. This is what you have been waiting for. All right, so the Altar of Fire is represented by the Gia Dua, the fire tree of the matriarchal Akan people. The fire tree holds the Kra, or life force energy of the supreme being, goddess Niame. The fire trees were planted by the Queen Mother, who maintained the ancestral altars and shrines to goddess Niame on behalf of her people. Set up an altar in honor of fire goddess energy. I'll tell you guys a funny story. From the flame-loving cobra goddess Wadjet of Egypt to Madame Pele, the Hawaiian volcano goddess. Now, the shadow aspect of this is delays, delays, delays. There is the energy of confusion about your new beginnings, ideas, and success. You feel unmotivated. You are waiting for inspiration to hit. Be patient. What goes up must come down. Have compassion for yourself. And the tarot correspondence of this is the Ace of Wands, yeah? And the declaration is, it is easy for me to be successful. So this is a lush reading for you guys. I just want to tell you this funny story, right? There is something about like fire alarms and things like that. I accidentally had a little fire in the kitchen earlier today. So just, yeah, like set up an altar in honor of fire goddess energy. Okay? I love you guys, Libra. I love this reading. I'm sending you guys all my love. I really am, because whatever you're going through, it feels like it's a bit, you know, prickly, yeah? Tricky business is coming back through. So, yeah, take your time with it and really, like, be gentle with yourself through that process. Like, share, subscribe if this resonated for you guys, and I'll be back soon. Love yous.